Welcome back to another code, Recollection. This time we pick up from where the demo version left off and enter the mansion. Ashley's on her way. It was the end of Chapter 1 that marked the end of the demo. Chapter 2, Lawrence's Mansion. Honestly, I didn't even remember we were in a chapter.
Is anyone in here?
Well, you are, and so is D. Although, does D count as being in there?
Jessica? Can you hear me? Come on, Jessica!
Seems pretty empty.
I guess no one's here. But Jessica's gotta be around here somewhere.
And I just noticed that her hoodie says university, even though she's like 14.
Wait, D?
Which, I mean, you can wear college-branded apparel at any age. But I wonder what connection she has to that kind of place. Or mom or dad an alum. Or Jessica. Or is she just thinking about going there in the future? Could be a number of things. We have Jessica's glasses. In fact, they're Jessica's favorite glasses. They were on the ground in front of the mansion. They don't look broken, which is a small relief. It can't be used here. I'd want to investigate it. There appear to be no strange markings, no bloodstains, no hidden insignias. I've only had one pair of glasses. I got them prescribed to me in college when I had a ton of reading assignments, and I was straining my eyes. So they're not like prescription glasses in the sense that, like, I need them. I very rarely wear them, especially now that I'm out of college. But they're magnifiers. I thought they looked pretty decent. We got updates on our character chart, which I will now read. Just when I was about to give up on opening the door to the mansion, D appeared again. It seems like maybe being around me helps his memories come back. That's how we got past the door. As we were talking, he suddenly remembered coming to the island with his father. After that, we were able to figure out the door knockers and get inside. I'm not scared of D at all anymore. He's just a nice ghost that needs help, so I asked him to come along. I also didn't want to be alone, so having a friend is nice. A ghost friend. It's like the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I don't like the sound of occasionally cutting out commentary, because that might affect the recording. But then again, I didn't notice the issue on my end. I guess we're hoping to pray for me. I was running after Jessica. When I got close to the mansion, I heard a scream. I'm sure it was her. Pushing my fears aside, I made it to the front door. That's where I found her favorite pair of glasses. But why? What happened, Jessica? I can't be scared. I need to look for her. She's all the family I have left, and I love her. She has to be somewhere in the mansion. No updates on the captain. Dad was supposed to meet us at the dock, but he never showed. Who invites you to a weird island and doesn't even show up? He probably just changed his mind about wanting to meet me. Jessica went on ahead, so I'm all alone, just waiting to be killed by falling rocks or something, and it's all Dad's fault. He's probably just hanging out in the mansion. Jerk. And me. Jessica disappeared after leaving the dock, and then I stumbled into a graveyard while looking for her. And then, believe it or not, I met a ghost. His name is D. It sounds like he lost almost all his memories from when he was alive. I didn't know what to say when he asked me to help him recover his memories, but he agreed to help me look for Jessica, so I decided to work with him. He must have been lonely with no memories and no one to talk to for almost 60 years. Even I prefer to have someone around rather than being all alone. Even now, when that someone happens to be a ghost. Anyway, we were able to get into this mansion thanks to Dee remembering the secret to the door. I think we make a good team. Alright, now we get to look around. It's a pretty big open room here, so we may be in for some real investigation. This vase looks super expensive. Even thinking about touching it makes me nervous. Not as dusty as I would have thought. Actually, it's super clean. Did someone just polish it? We made note that that was a polished vase. I see. Oh yeah, 45 is a much better camera speed. I did turn that up in between the last stream and this one. I mean, the people watching the current stream saw me do it, but in the VOD version, you won't see that part, so I'm mentioning it. There's a large vase with an elaborate design. Also polished, eh? This door won't open.
Jessica.
Alright, I'm gonna try the other ornate door on the opposite side of the room.
Dee, this door is open.
Oh, this one is open. I expected one of the back doors to be the correct answer. But where did D go? I guess we gotta find him first. Yeah, I thought this door, like, right here would be more likely to open because it's different from the other two. But apparently it's locked. Alright, maybe he went up these stairs. Dun, 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 dun. For a second, I saw the blue outside the window, which is obviously supposed to be the sky now that I look at it. But I thought I was looking at D. I'm like, how'd he get outside? Oh, there's D. Man, check out those chandeliers. I would not mind having this foyer.
D.
There you are. This person.
What a huge painting. Do you remember something about him?
Welcome.
It remembers the word welcome.
Huh. Who is this? There's a name. Lawrence Edward, Patriarch. So this is the guy that owned this place. Ashley, this man? He's my great-grandfather.
Dun dun dun! That's what D stands for, by the way.
So you're part of the family that owned this house? The Edwards? Did you used to live here? No.
I vaguely get the Resident Evil references you're going for, but I never played them myself. That's more of a Jesse thing, as we saw in the Game Awards.
My father. To visit my great-grandfather. He was very ill. And then...
Ooh, pianos. Now we're talking. That's my forte.
Song. Huh? That's right. When we arrived, I heard someone playing the loveliest song on the piano.
Oh, why, thank you. Clearly I was there.
A piano?
You've never heard of a piano?
Let's look around and see if we can find one. I'll come with you. Oh, okay.
That's probably what they were going for. Ooh, D is also for dirty decorative plate. It's too dirty to tell what's on it. So how come it's not polished like the vases? If I look at the portrait again, do I get something? No. Right, we do have an update on the DOS. Lawrence is in here. Way over here. Dee's great-grandfather and the owner of the mansion. Dee came to this island with his father to visit the man when he got sick. I've only seen him in a painting, but he looked a little scary. Like, you're getting your portrait painted. Why do you look so angry about it? Why didn't the artist ask him to smile? Also, here's an interesting question. They're showing relationships on the chart, like aunt and niece, parent and child, friends. If we're going with great-grandfather, why doesn't it just say great-grandfather? Is that too much of a line to draw? Or are there other reasons? Or suspicious reasons? Anyway, maybe the piano is in the unlocked door. I hope it's not through the locked door. That would be a shame. Affinity charts change all the time. I say that's not an excuse. Yeah, we found the piano. Well, time to ignore it and look at absolutely everything else.
No good, huh?
Locked door. Can't look at that. I mean, I can look at the portrait, but I can't look. Oh, yes, I can. The lady in this painting is so beautiful. Okay, still struggling a little bit with the zooming on the camera. It was a really nice fireplace, but now it's old and worn down. This flower pattern vase is really cute. So many little flowers. I can't even tell what's on here. Looks like maybe a landscape, but it's so dirty. How come they left the plates alone? Maybe they were cleaning, but they also had other household duties, and they had too much on their plate. The air around the table smells like cigarettes. Someone must have been here. Could it have been Dad? There's an ashtray filled with cigarette butts. So many cigarettes.
Dad.
Is my dad a chain smoker?
Maybe.
Did Dad forget this here? I can set the mansion on fire. I did not expect to become an arsonist. But I really don't like the smell of cigarettes. I can relate to that.
Oh, there's a key here.
Is it a
Wonder
piano
where I can
key?
use it.
I mean, it might actually be. Like, E is probably for Edward, but E could also be the E on the piano. And, like, also, sometimes pianos have keyholes. It's not unheard of for, like, the thing to be closed and locked. Like, you know, the little thing that covers the notes. I don't have a proper piano, so I never learned what that was called. Or even, like, the lid where the strings are.
Is this the piano you were talking about? I think... D?
Gasp.
Hello. You must be the guest Papa told me about.
Franny. What? I remember, Ashley. The person playing the piano, it was Franny.
Whoever that is.
Who's Franny? A girl who used to live here.
She used
Wow.
to live here. Were you related?
I'm not sure. It was Franny who used to call me Dee. This house is where we first became friends.
Did you used to call her F?
Yeah? That's great. I'm glad you remembered something. Forgetting all your friends sounds so sad.
Yeah. You're right.
Ooh, I'll get to look at it. Tell me that keyboard. There's a thick layer of dust. Shame. Shame. They cleaned the vases, but not the... My disdain for the cleaning people in the house has risen drastically. They're number one on my suspect list. I don't know what they're being suspected of. Maybe kidnapping Jessica or something, but... right now, I don't trust them. There's a music stand for holding sheet music. Anything else? Can I talk about the pedal? Or the leg? Or the stool? I mean, I guess it would be called a bench, but you know. Do they really just want me to look at those two things and then be done with it? I guess so. I should check out another room. Alright, well now we get to learn about Franny, kind of. Franny was Dee's friend. She lived in this mansion and was good at piano. He also nicknamed him Dee. I would love to have known her and heard her play. I can take a closer look at the lighter. Markings, bloodstains, insignias. Aha! There's a BE on the bottom right. Bottom right is supposed to be BR. Silly lighter label people. There's also something at the bottom. I wonder if that'll be legible at all. There's definitely some message there, but I cannot read it. And the game probably doesn't want me to read it right now. About the key. It's very Layton-esque. It's just like, instead of the hat, it's the giant letter E. What about the really long ones where the pianist can't turn the pages? I mean, yeah, usually there are assigned people to flip pages at the correct moments.
What's this?
Was
It's an
that there
origami
before?
crane.
It looks like a QR code.
Origami?
Yeah, it's made of paper. My mom would make these for me all the time when I was a baby. I don't really remember myself, but Jessica told me about it.
Huh.
But I wonder who made this one. Is the DAS reacting?
You can now read notes left on the paper cranes. Scan the notes about daily life on the island by pointing the camera at the origami cranes found around the mansion. Okay, so it is supposed to be a QR code, but not like a real one like in the Talos Principle, but more like, you know. I'm trying to point it at the crane. Oh, I thought I'd have to zoom in at least. My first attempt at woodworking. Got a new tab. You can read the notes that you've scanned in messages. A week has passed since my clumsy hands took up a saw and hammer, but I finally completed my new stool. My measurements may have been a little off, but it's not bad for a first attempt. I'll take it to the cliff overlooking the sea next chance I get. It's a little wobbly. Must be the ground that's uneven. Well, it's a nice feature. Sitting on this stool that I built myself, looking out at the sea, my body rocking in time to the sounds of the waves. The wobbling will help me keep a rhythm. I doubt I'll even notice it after a while. I'll get used to it in no time. But am I going too easy on it? I made this stool by hand, so maybe my judgment is clouded. What if Bill or someone sat on it? Would they have a different take? P.S. Sure, I worked on this stool in my spare time around developing the another, but the fact remains it took me an entire week to make a simple stool. In the realm of DIY, I'm clearly still a novice. Should the day come when I live with Ashley again, I'll really have to ramp up my woodworking skills. Has this door magically opened? No? Well then let's exit back to the foyer.
Something wrong? Jessica isn't here either. Where could she be?
I don't know, if only there were more doors.
No good. No good.
Well, you know, had to check in case they magically came unlocked. Oh, here's a door I didn't even notice before.
Huh?
Oh, but it's locked. Are there any doors upstairs? Oh, yeah, there were.
Huh?
But it's locked. Yeah, let's go above the piano then.
Huh.
Oh, I can look at the chandelier. These are amazing. I've only ever seen stuff like this on TV. It's probably even more beautiful when it's lit up. Oh. You know what? It might be. Because I forgot, since the last time I played this, that you have to use things manually. So now I have to go back around to these doors and see if this reacts. Oodie-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Ah, that was for this door.
Yes!
Okay. Yeah, we gotta check doors manually. Unless you've played this before and know where to go, which I have not. It did have an E on top. Wait, did the door have an E on top?
Oh, it's a hallway. Looks like it leads to more rooms. If only there
Oh, I
was
thought the
some
E
way
was
of
for
knowing where
Edward,
Jessica
so that
is.
it could have gone anywhere in the Edward mansion.
But I guess we'll just have to search the
I
rooms
assumed
one
I was
by
being
one.
reasonable. Hold on, I'm going back out to the foyer just to look at this door. Because now I need to know. For future keys. Yeah, I don't see an E on it. I really just think the E was for Edward. I mean, maybe you could argue it was for East Wing Hallway? But it didn't say this was the East Wing Hallway until I opened it up and found out it was the East Wing Hallway. Anyway, this is the hallway that we'll be checking on the next Another Code Recollection.